Hey guys, got a Camaro that just came in, just unboxed it a bit ago and put it on the track, grabbed my phone here. Got it off of eBay. What was interesting about the auction is in the title, it said Aurora Camaro. Yeah, it's Aurora Camaro, but those are the only two words in the auction title. And if you're gonna do an auction for a slot car, at least tell people it's a slot car. I was the only bidder. So we got this, and I just unboxed it a bit ago, and I was looking at it, and I whipped my phone out. I saw a bunch of corrosion, you know, the rust on the back axle there, everything like that. And then look at this. The I can't get that to budge at all. Back tire, front, no, it's not moving. So there's so much oxidation on the axles, it's not turning. I'm not even going to try to spark it up right now. You know, if it's frozen, it's going to stay that way. No sense putting electricity into it. So let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and get the body off the chassis. Even the, boy, look at the screw there. It's got some corrosion on it. And we'll see what we're up against. All right, very good. All right, just got the body off the chassis there. Look at the idle gear. That's corroded. The back gear. Look, oh my gosh, look at the corrosion, the rust on the front axle there. That's boy, that's nasty. Looks like both of these screw posts, looking at it a second ago, and I don't know, were they gnawed off or something? You know, they obviously weren't sealing properly. So we'll address those. The front one should be up, I'm thinking, at least maybe at least a 16th of an inch, maybe a little bit more. And the back one, don't know, but it looks like they were just gnawed off. I don't know. You try sanding them or something, you know. So this chassis is going to be a challenge. I wanted to get it running good. I want it looking good. So usually I break down the chassis and I use my Dremel tool with the wire brush to clean the chassis and everything. We're going to take it a step further here, guys. We're going to do our best to get the corrosion off and make everything look real good. Just a sec. All right, good. I just had to check. I didn't want to go any further with this tear down unless I made sure I had some Brasso, and I do. I've got plenty in there, so I didn't want to go any further with it. So next is disassembly of the chassis, then everything metal. We're going to get some Brasso. We're going to get some Brasso on it. We're going to get this thing shined up real good. Boy, I tell you what, getting it apart. Look at the rust right back there behind the back magnet. That's disgusting. And look at the gear there. That tiny little gear, just covered in rust. It was hard to get the engine plate off the chassis. I had to get my screwdriver and pry it, and then it finally did come off. So I mean, the wheels and they're still just frozen. I got the shoes off. I got the brushes out. Magnets are over there. They've got some rust on them and everything. So we still got some more tearing down to do before we get use that Brasso. All right, making a little bit of progress. I was having little to no luck getting the rims off the axle there. There's so much corrosion. The one there busted, me trying to get it off, and it's the axle that busted. I still can't budge them. I put a little bit of oil on the axles. I don't have any real good expectation of that helping just yet. I'm going to let it set for a bit. If we have to, we'll dunk the whole thing, axles, rims, everything, in the Brasso. That should get rid of a lot of or most of the corrosion and allow the axles to be freed up a little bit. Even the engine plate, I tried turning it just a bit ago. It's frozen. So that's going to see some Brasso as well. Okay, let me do this. I'm going to find a container and we'll get this thing all Brassoed up. All right, just got everything in the cup that I'm going to cover with the Brasso, and just got done shaking the Brasso up, so I'm going to put it over there, and I'll probably use a toothbrush on some of it just to make sure it gets where all the oxidation is. So let me go ahead and get everything all Brassoed up. All right, guys, everything's been sitting in there for a bit. It's time to go take it to a sink and get them all cleaned up. Okay, I got all the Brasso off of everything, or most everything. And we still got a ways to go. Look at the axles, still completely rusted. Little drive gear there, that has got so much corrosion on it. I had to take the gear off the top plate of the back there, the drive gear. I had to take that off just to get it out of the hole there. There's so much rust, oxidation in there, it's unbelievable. So I tell you what, guys, this is the hardest tearing apart rebuild of a chassis I've ever done. There's so much rust going on. This is tough. This is tough, but we will definitely get it. Okay, so I'm still going to work. What do we got? A couple of the gears back here. I got to get all that stuff off. I got to get them clean. I got the axles clean, and then that little gear there with the rod on it. I got to get all that work and then oiled up and making it work good before I put this thing back together. So let me go ahead and get the wire brush and the Dremel, and I'm going to attack some of these things. Okay, I've been trying to clean everything up real good. The axle there, I got all the corrosion off, but it is just pitted, absolutely pitted on that axle there. So I got, pardon me, 2 axles out of my parts bin there. I did some cleaning with the wire brushes. I got the gears cleaned. I got the bottom of the chassis, the inside of the chassis cleaned. Did the shoes and everything. It's going to be time for some reassembly and see if I can get this thing to even spark up. It was so solidly rusted, we couldn't get a spark or anything from it. So let's see what we can do. All right, just got the hubs on all the way around. I have 2 on the back there that I cleaned up probably a couple months ago with the Maltal pen. Guys, I want to check the see if this thing's going to spark or even turn over. I've been oiling it as I've been putting it back together. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. That thing didn't even budge before, did it? No. We have a working chassis. Boy, I like that. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, let me scrounge through some parts. I know I've got a couple of tires here. Get a couple more tires. Then we're going to have to address the screw posts. The screw posts. It looks like, I don't know, did he gnaw them off or something? I don't know. You have a rabbit gnaw them off or something? I don't know what he did. Try using sandpaper. I know I've said it before, but try using a little sandpaper. We'll address those next. Let me go ahead and grab some tires. Boy, looking sharp with the rims all shiny and the new tires on. I got 2 new tires, new old stock tires in the back there. And what's interesting about those is when I got them off the card last week or week before, whenever it was, you notice that the diameter of the hole in the center where the wheels go onto the rim, a little bit tighter, a little bit smaller. And if they've been stretched out over the years, fine, but these haven't. These are really tight to get on. Really tight to get on. I love them. They grip so well. Okay, so front and back screw posts. We got to address those guys. Let me do this. I'm going to get the Dremel out with the barrel sander on it, and I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get those at least flush and flat and looking good. All right, very good. We got the screw posts sanded out. They get a lot of the burrs off and the gnaw marks off. Time to put the body on the chassis. I know they shorten both the screw posts, but let's see if there's enough clearance for the rear and front wheel wells for the tires here, because that front screw post looks awfully short. So I just got the body on, and I was looking at just thinking, there is just enough clearance for the tires. A little bit of play in there too. Hardly enough, but just enough. Just enough. Let's go ahead and put on the track, see what we get. Oh, there we go. There we go. Looks good, doesn't it? Now, I'm considering leaving it like that. I kind of like the way that it looks good. I kind of like the way it sets down low there. I think that's what he was going after. He wanted to lower the front end and get it to sit down low. Let me grab my Camaro. It's the same color and everything. Let's just compare the two. Okay, boy, I tell you what, you can tell that that front end is lowered. It doesn't look like the back end's lowered that much, but it is just a little bit. But boy, that's a good look, isn't it? That's a good look. All right, we still have to address the front and back bumper. The chrome on them is more than average play wear, so I might have to take those off instead of just touching them up while they're on the body. I might have to take those off. Let me just go ahead and get the chassis off and see what they look like. Yeah, well, I was just looking at, look how, as far as the back bumper, look how dark that is. And you see around the red there, the chrome around the red, that's all nasty and gone. It would be too hard to try to get this bumper looking really good while it's on the body. So I'll tell you what, I'm just going to take them both off, and then we'll hit it with the Maltal pen that way. It'd be a lot easier to get them looking really nice if they're not on the body. Looking at the front one, not too bad. It can use a little bit of touch up. Back one's horrible. The back bumper is absolutely horrible. All right, let me grab the Maltal pen. We can see if we can touch these up real quick. And the reason for getting off the body, again, it's easier to hold, easier to get to. Should make putting the chrome paint on a whole lot easier, getting them off like this. Boy, just barely touch up the front one there, and the back one looks so much better. Okay, now time to let them dry. Then I'll put them on the body. Just re-glued the bumpers a second ago. Front one looks awesome. Back one looks really good too. Boy, I'm liking that. Next, we got to put it on the chassis and get it on the track. All right, I think we got it done. Let's get on the track. What do you say? Transformers, there we go. And, oh, that's not good. That's not good. Let me see what's going on. Probably the guide pin. Okay, just straighten out the guide pin. It was the guide pin. It was a little cockeyed. Time for it to get back on the track. Let's see if we can get this bugger going. There we go. Look at that. Boy, that's nice, huh? I know it's lowered a little bit. I think it looks pretty tough. I do. I think it looks pretty tough. And by far, this was the toughest chassis as far as the rust, the corrosion, and everything that I've ever had to restore, and we got it working good. We got it working real good. Look at that. I can't quite open it up on the straightaway there, but boy, it just certainly runs smooth, sounds good, and looks good. This will be going up on eBay. Guys, I got a number of things going up on eBay. I'm just trying to get my auctions going on. I got some Auto World stuff there, the package, and I got some Hot Wheels, some Matchbox, a number of other things going up there. I'm not done yet, but I got a few things going up on eBay here shortly. Well, guys, I hope you liked the video. This is a fun one. Again, if it doesn't run, doesn't look good, it's not going to sell very good on eBay. When it looks good like this and runs good like this, guess what? I'm going to do quite well. All right, guys, see ya.